All praises, all honor, all glory be unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostle elders of Great Millstone that rule well, and peace and salutation to all the Akim doing and pushing this word in all honesty, truth, and sincerity worldwide, and a sincere shalom to the elect. I want to get into this video here that the brother had uploaded. You know, it was a Yapa video, beautiful video. But I want to get into something that this individual here was saying. Okay, it says Esau, Edom. Okay, King Herod, the Idumean. Idumean is Greek for Edom, and a lot of these things we already know, right? Esau mixing with the descendants of Ishmael. That's one thing I wanted to get at. Much of the Arab world carries genes of Esau, Edom. Okay. A majority of Muslims are related to Esau. Okay, so we want to get at these topics at hand right here that this individual was trying to throw. Basically, you know what Edomites do, man. Try to throw the curses off to somebody else, trying to say that they're not Esau, but they're Esau. You know what I mean? So, you know, here it is. These people that have a God complex, okay? You don't see the Arabs, you know, as the scriptures say, he sitteth in the seat, pretending that he is the Most High, right? You don't see the Arabs doing that, okay? As a matter of fact, Ishmael and them, they don't proclaim themselves to be a God or anything like that, okay? They even say, hey, us saying that Yahushai is the son of Yahweh. They hate that, okay? So, you know, when you boil these things down, okay, all fingers point to you, okay, as being the Edomites. So let's get into these topics here that this individual, you know, had brought up. And, you know, they always try to say that Esau, Edom was done away with due to Obadiah, right? Due to the scriptures in Obadiah. But that's virtually impossible. Okay, let's go through some things real quick right here. Let's see who Antipater, okay? Let's see what it says about him. Died 43 BC. You see that? 43 BC. I thought they said that, you know, Esau, Edom was done away with, or vocab likes to say it, that they were done away with the Hasmonean dynasty, okay? Which is a lie, okay? Because here it is, you have Edomites right here, right? Let's go into this real quick. As you see what it says here. Let's go over to something real quick that just puts the nail in the coffin. Okay. Antipater, the Idumean nationality, family, and early life. Herod was born in South Palestine. His father, Antipater, was an Idumean. Okay. How do you jump around that? All right. How do you run from that? How do these scholars, we all know, because first off, they're Edomites, and yeah, they're going to try and toss this onto somebody else and say they're not the Edomite people, right? But then they're going to say that the Arabs are, you know, Ishmael and the Arabs are the Edomite people, which is bullshit, okay? Bullshit, according to the scriptures. So as we can see here, all the way up to the time of Yahushai, we can find evidence and beyond of Edomites, okay? And the thing what he had said here, let's go into this real quick. Herod, yeah, he was an Edomite, chocolate Edomite, okay? Idumean is Greek for Edom, we already know that, okay? Everybody, you know what I mean? We already got that down pat. Okay, this is the point that I wanted to get right here. Esau mixed with the descendants of Ishmael. Now, all that mixture bullshit, we all know that the line, okay, is passed through the father. The family line is passed through the father. The father has seed, okay? So hence genealogy and so on and so forth, okay? Much of the Arab world carries genes of Esau. Majority of Muslims are related to Esau. Well, when you look at it in the sense of, as they said, Semitic people, okay? When Esau, Edom went and took these, let me get this up actually here. When Esau, Edom went into these different nations, the sons of those nations, or the Slakia, the sons that came out, looking like those nations, the bloodline would still carry on. So no, they would not be Ishmaelites or Arabs, as this man was trying to say, okay? So one other thing right here, you go into this, you can see, you see when they talk about Edom, they always try to make it all about the land instead of about the people, okay? Well, we're going to go into the scriptures and go into that, okay? So you could pause this, you can read it, okay? Get a little more understanding. As you can see right here, evidence, again, of Edom, okay? Idumean, a term that was used in the Hellenistic and Roman periods. Remember, them Romans is Edomites. Also mentioned in the New Testament during the 2nd century BC. Okay. The Edomites were forcibly converted to, keeping our way of life. Let's just say it like that. Not no Judaism, but they were forcibly converted to keeping the law, statutes, commandments, following our ways. And you can actually find this account that happened also with another nation, right? In Kings, where the Lord sent lions among the people to attack them, and then they had to take a priest of our people and keep laws, follow the ways, and then the lions stopped attacking them, okay, in that land. So now we can find evidence here of Esau, Edom, 2nd century BC. And now when we go back here, we can still find them all the way in 43 BC. Okay? So even the evidence piles up so high that it tells you, in the Josephus, and it also tells you in the book of the 12 Caesars, right? You can see that these people were Edomites, leading down into the time of Yahushua, okay, and beyond, all right? So let's get into this real quick. So all this love for Esau, Edom, shaking my head, and we're all shaking our heads, because what does it say right here? Esau doesn't want to be held accountable. Yeah, he doesn't want to be held accountable for his actions. Okay, he's trying to dump it off onto somebody else. They're the Edomites. No, they're the Edomites. Well, if they're not, and they're not, well, the Edomites are dead. We're not the Edomites, okay? That's what they're trying to do. Escape. Well, you're not going to escape. And our people love it so. Yes. That's why I said all this love for Esau, Edom. What a damn shame. Because you got our people subscribing to that garbage that Esau, Edom doesn't exist. He's not around. It's an Asian he's an Asian virus. He's done, he's gone. You know what I mean? The Lord killed him off. Didn't you read Obadiah? But they don't understand the prophecy. So let's get into this real quick. Esau, Edom, mixing with other nations. We're going to hit up these topics. Esau are not the Ishmaelites or Arabs. Arabs and Ishmael do not run the world, okay? So we can see here from the scriptures what it says, and we we'll hit this on the head, because it is these people lying and trying to tell us that they're not Edomites. Well, the proof is in the pudding. The first proof is the scriptures. And then secondary, you know, the artifacts and all these things in the world, okay, that we can see. The writings of Josephus and all these other historians and whatnot. We can see who Esau Edom is, man. You can't run, okay? It's too much evidence that piles up on you from a scriptural, biblical, you know what I mean, what the Lord is saying. It's too much evidence, man. And then the evidence in this world of your actions, okay, and the meticulous history that you always like to keep, all those good detailed notes you always like to keep. You can't escape, man. Okay. Yeah, Salaki about that. I guess this would be the second part. But yeah, let's get into this real quick. So let's get into you know, because you can't escape from what, you know, all your actions and all your doings. You try to escape from man, but you're not escaping from Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And therefore you shall not escape these prophecies which are written about you and what's going to happen to you, okay? So let's go to 1 Corinthians. Or actually, no. Let's start from the bottom there. Job 9 and 24. And this is in the Arabs, all right? This isn't Ishmael, all right? This is you, Esau, Edom. Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Okay? You like to play on that last part. Who is he? We know you are him, okay? The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Right. This all ties up with prophecy. When you go into Revelation chapter 20 and verse 3, right? And verse 7, it tells you that you're going to be taken down for 1,000 years, and then you're going to be loose for a little season, okay? And that little season, that's the end right there. Because even in the scriptures, it tells you that Jacob is the beginning, and we'll get into that real quick, okay? And Esau is the end, and Jacob is the beginning. When you go to the vision in Daniel, I think it's chapter 2, okay? You're that toes. You're controlling first of all, you're controlling the iron, right? You're taken down for that 1,000 years period, and now your time out here to deceive the nations. You're that iron mixed with clay, okay? That's not talking about the Arabs, man. And second of all, who covered the faces of the judges thereof? You. When we go into Maccabees chapter 1, Maccabees chapter 3 and 48, right? As a matter of fact, let's go there real quick. Who did this, Esau? You. First Maccabees 3 and 48. Yep. First Maccabees chapter 3 and 48. And laid open the book of the law, wherein the heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their images. Okay? Right. That's you. That's not the Arabs. All right? Or that's not Ishmael. All right? That's you. When you look on these frescoes or whatever you want to call them, you see us, and then you see you in the in this latter time, and you see where you're copying these photos from, and we see how you knocked off the noses of certain statues and whatnot. So you were copying our images, making new images. You know, they would sit and look at the, as they would say, the Black Madonna with child, right? And they would copy that and make their own, fashion it, you know, off of our image, right? And make their own. So we know, you know, that wasn't in the Arab. They're not supposed to even have photos and shit like that. Okay? Everything in their house is Allah, 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 Allah. Okay? For the majority of the part of the time, man. So let's go into something real quick. Another question that we got asked. Who is this? Okay, Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. And I think the brother did read this, right? That he says nest on high. This is Esau Edom, man. Okay. Continuing verse 5. Yea, also because he transgressed by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlarges his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied. gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. Right. The Arabs ain't up in every man's land. The Ishmael ain't up in every man's land. All right. All these other people in the world say that you are as death, man. Okay? All these nations. Even Esau speaks against Esau. Am I talking about the European nations? All right? They're disgusted with America on the low. You know what I mean? So, hey, man. You can't run. All right? You can't run from who you are, man. Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him, Salakia, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his. And that's you, Esau, Edom. Always taking, never giving. Every man's land that you open in, man. Okay? Ishmael and Arabs are not up in every man's land. How long? And to him that ladleth himself with thick clay. That's you. Big debt. Okay? Big man on campus got big debt. Alright? 2nd Ezra chapter 6 and verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So going back into Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? So we covered the fact that in Maccabees, he tried to take the images and paint them over and whatnot. And the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Okay, that wicked, okay, as in Revelation chapter 20 and verse 7 tells you that he's going to be out for a little season, right? And verse 8, to deceive the nations in the 4 quarters, right? So who's that? We in the last times right now, okay? So the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. That's Esau, Edom, okay? Plain and simple. So let's go into this real quick as well. Let me get another scripture here. Isaiah chapter 14. Who is this Esau, Edom? Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 6. He who smote the people in wrath and Slakia. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke. He that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted, and none hindereth. The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. Yea, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, since thou art laid down, no fellers come up against us. Okay, this is you, Esau, Edom, because verse 4 tells you that thou shalt take up this parable against the king of Babylon, and say, how have the oppressors ceased, the golden city ceased? Yahweh have broken the staff of the wicked, and the scepter of the rulers. Now, we know that this place, Virgin Babylon, okay, this place that is talking about the golden city, all right? Because, you know, Nebuchadnezzar wasn't, Nebuchadnezzar never had a, how do you call it, industrial revolution, okay? With these deforestation and all this type of stuff, you know. Another thing too, Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, tells you in Isaiah chapter 10, who sends out those wicked decrees? The Arabs don't have that power, okay? Esau does, the IMFs, you know what I mean? Oh, if you don't do this, Babylon will put sanctions on you. So who really has that power, okay? And in the end times, it tells you that the wicked, Esau, Edom, he's going to be in power. And he's going to get his ass kicked. We just read it, 2nd Ezra chapter 6 and 9. Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Come on, man. So when we go through all these, you know, questions here, Arabs, and Ishmael do not run the world. We just proved it. Okay, let's go into another segment here. Esau are not the Ishmaelites or Arabs. Let's get into this. Okay. Deuteronomy chapter 32 and verse 8. The Lord said that he divided the nations. So you have nations out there, okay? Deuteronomy chapter 32 and verse 8. When the Most High divided the nations their inheritance, when he separated the sons of Adam, he set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel, okay? So you have understanding that there's nations out there, okay? All this stuff about mixing and all this bullshit. Look, Esau, Edom was one of those nations that he separated too. Sirach chapter 18, verse 3, tells you that he separates the profane from the righteous. All right? So you can't pull the wool all over our eye. Now this is another thing too. This was Esau, Edom's blessing. What he got? Oh, Salak here. Genesis chapter 27. Start from 38. And Esau said unto his father, Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth. And who's got the whole earth in his hand? The best of the earth. You know how those elites live? Okay. Those Arabs those rich Emirates, Arabs, whatever the fuck, Ishmaelites, they don't got shit on Esau, Edom, the elites. Okay? Anyways, and of the dew of heaven from above, and by thy sword shalt thou live, and shall serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. Okay? So, and when you go into 41, who has that main hatred for us? Yes, all these nations hate us, but you're the number one that fucking has that disdain hate for us, man. Okay? And it's not just now. This is something that's documented through history. From the time of Moses trying to pass through the land, you know what I mean? All the way up to the abomination that make it desolate, you know what I mean? And even all the way up to today now, in modern day times, look at slavery, all right? What is that, Ezekiel 35? You went above and beyond, man, okay? So don't even start with your damn lies. But who that sword, that modern day sword, is the gun, okay? And look at America's military. When you're in the Netherlands land, you're occupying it, and they got militaries occupying all places all over the world, man. Job 9:24. Who went in, and then he said, they pillage, they kill people, they're murderers. Who the hell did he think that fits, man? Who's around the world doing that with their military? Sure as hell ain't the Chinese. Sure as hell in Moab. It's sure as hell in Ammon. It's sure as hell in Elam, Ishmael, Hamites. None of them. Okay. So let's go into this real quick. Malachi. Yep. So let's get that straight too as well. That Esau, Edom is a people. Malachi 1:4. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build desolate places. Thus saith Yahweh of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down. And that's what will happen to them. And they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom Yahweh, see that? The people against whom the people, going into nations, remember, separating of the nations, the people against whom Yahweh have indignation forever. Jacob have I loved, and Esau have I hated, man. Doesn't change, okay? And right up there in verse 2, all right? So going back into this, they are a nation, a people, okay? Now, it was a land, and, they try to make it look like a land and all this stuff, like I was explaining in the first part of the video, okay? But anyways, let's go into this real quick. Slovakia. Let's go into this real quick here. Revelation chapter 20 and verse 3. And he shall cast him into the bottomless pit and shut him up, and set a seal upon him, that he should deceive the nations no more till the 1,000 years should be fulfilled, and after that he must be loosed for a little season. Verse 7. And when the 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison, and shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth. Okay, so let's go through this again. Like I said, after the 12 Caesars had fell, we took dominion, rulership, okay, for that 1,000 years. And then after that 1,000 years, we were taken down, and he was loosened out of his prison sentence to come out to do what? To deceive the nations. He's always been a deceiver, because even back right here it says that he should deceive the nations no more till that 1,000 years should be fulfilled. Okay, so he's always been a crafty individual trying to sneak his way up into things. Check out the garden. Okay, so when you look at this, who is that individual that went out to deceive the nations? Was it the Arabs, the Ishmaelites? No. When were they casted down for 1,000 years? We know what this is going into. This is going into us laying hold on Esau, Edom. They can going up, as they would say, going up into Europe, right? Taking over that whole place for 1,000 years. And then we lost our rulership, our dominion, right? Because this is the way the Lord writ it. He wanted it to be this way. And this is what happened. Esau, Edom came out, this Renaissance, took down our imagery, put up his imagery. You know what I mean? Right away, started deceiving the nations, trying to pull the wool over people's eye. Okay, because he knows, this was bound to happen to him. Okay? So let's go into Maccabees 11:44. Nope. Ezra, Salakia. Second Ezra, chapter 11 and verse 44. The highest also have looked upon the proud times, and behold, they are ended, and his abominations are fulfilled. Yeah, that's when we were taken down. That's when 70 AD, ransacking of Jerusalem. Okay, but this right here, the highest looked upon the proud times, and behold, they are ended. But when you go back into Revelation chapter 20 and 30, that's when we start to get that advantage. Okay, that's when we start to take over. And then, as it says in verse 7 and verse 8, he came out after to deceive the nations. All right. So let's go into the major thing that I wanted to get into. Esau, Edom, mixing with other nations. Just because you go up like Herod, okay, what he had said about Herod, all right? We know Herod is a chocolate Edomite, all right? And like I had posted here, Herod was born South Palestine. His father, Antipater, was an Idumean, okay? His father. It didn't say his mother. It said his father. And like we said, the bloodline, it grows through the father, the lineage, the gene, sperm, okay, the genealogy. So let's go into this real quick, as it says in 1 Corinthians chapter 11 and verse 3. 1 Corinthians 11 and verse 3. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Hamashiach, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head and the head of Hamashiach is Yahweh. Okay, so going into this, as you can see, there's an order to things. All right. Though you come through the womb of your mother out into this world, the lineage of you, who you are, comes from your father. Okay, it doesn't come from the mother. All right, there's an order to things. Numbers chapter 1 and verse 2. I want to get 1 and 2. And Yahweh spake unto Moses in the wilderness of Sinai, in the tabernacle of the congregation, on the first day of the second month, in the second year after they were come out of the land of Egypt, saying, Take ye the sum of all the congregation of the children of Israel, after their families, see this, by the house of their fathers, with the number of their names, every male by their polls. Okay, and when you go into 16, let's go read 16 to 18. These were renowned men of the congregation, prince of the tribes of their fathers, head of thousands in Israel. And Moses and Aaron took these men, which were expressed by their names, and they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigrees, check that word out, after their families by the houses of their fathers. See that? According to the names, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward by their polls. Okay? And some people, they were getting ready for war and stuff. You missed that where it said up there, right here, verse 3, Salakia, okay? But it says right here, pedigree, after their families. And they declared their pedigrees after their families, okay? Let me go into something real quick. Bring forth what's up here? Yep, to show lineage. Okay? To show lineage. Alright? So, be the son of a woman. The son carries the lineage. Okay? So right there, it's right there. Okay? To show lineage. Alright? And who, through the father, through the son, that's how it's declared. Okay? So let's go back into this. Let's go to Genesis chapter 28. And there was another one too. Genesis chapter 28 and 36. Let's get 36. Okay, it says, let's get, what is that, 8? And 8 right here, okay. Right here, okay. So let's get this real quick. I want to get this, what he was saying with, it mixed in this, Genesis chapter 28 and verse 8. And Esau, seeing that the daughters of Canaan pleased not Isaac his father, then went Esau into Ishmael and took on to the wives which Then Esau went on to Ishmael and took on to the wives which he had Mahathala, Slaki with pronunciation, the daughter of Ishmael, Abraham's son, the sister of there's another thing, the Nebateans. That's what they always try to use, but when you go into it, it's going into a son of Ishmael, okay? To be his wife, okay? The Nabateans. They always try to pass that off too, trying to think they're slick. But anyways, when you go into this, you can see that Esau, Edom, he's a little trickster, because that's why I got verse 36 up. It says that, seeing that the daughters of Canaan pleased not his father Isaac, he went into, the Ishmaelite women, okay? So here it is where he's talking about, the mixture. Well, this is why it says in verse 36, chapter 36 and verse 1, now these are the generations of Esau, who is Edom. Remember, pedigree, okay? The lineage, all right? So all those wives that he took of Ishmael, right? All those wives. And another thing too, it says that he's seen the daughters of Canaan please not his father. He didn't give a shit, because right here, verse 2, Esau took his wives, the daughters of Canaan. See that? Ada, the daughter of Elon, the Hittite, and Edom, I can't even pronounce Slovakia. Adlibma, the daughter of Anna, the daughter of Zebon, the Hivite, Slovakia. So he didn't care. He went and took his daughter, took wives from fucking Canada just as well, right? But the main point here, it says these are generations of Esau. And when you go into it, like I said, son, father. That's how the lineage is passed. So it doesn't matter if you're trying to say that, he went into a Ishmaelite woman, all right? See, people descended from first called the Nabateans. This is all dealing with Ishmael, okay, if I'm not mistaken, all right? Son of Ishmael. Some fucking tricksters. But anyways, going back into this. Yeah, so it plainly tells you that, Esau went into those lands and took wives of those people, right? And the sons that came out, like I was saying before, yeah, they may have looked like that nation, but their lineage goes back to Esau, Edom, okay? Oh, wait, Esau is Edom. Continuing, let's go to last scripture. This is why it's quoted this way. You of your father, the devil, not your mother. It says of your father. John 8:44. You of your father, the devil, and the lust of your father will ye do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. Hey, what did it tell you about Job 13:4? You Edomites are the forgers of lies, man. Okay? When he speaketh, Slakia, because there is no truth in him, when he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. When you go into Job, see the father of it. 13:4, but ye are forgers of lies, ye are all physicians of no value. And that's what Esau Edom is, man. So, concluding this whole, the Ishmaelites, Arabs, no, we just went through the scriptures and we proved it. That's not the Arabs and Ishmael. That's not them, man. And they even tell you that Muhammad, right? And say, oh yeah, Ishmael, he's a descendant of Ishmael, okay? You can't have it both ways, Esau, Edom. All right? It doesn't matter if there's Edomites amongst those people, okay? The Lord made nations. And we proved it going back into, when you tried to say that he didn't, he was done away with. Okay, well, it says right here that during the 2nd century BC, the Edomites were forcibly converted to our ways. Okay, like I was saying, by the Hasmoneans. Okay, so that's 2nd century BC, and when you come all the way up, let's read here. Herod was born in South Palestine. His father Antipater was an Idumean. So here it is. We still got Edomites around. All right. And look what they're trying to say. Identified by some scholars as Arabs who converted to Judaism in the 2nd century BCE. Oh, God. Anyways, so as we still have evidence of the Edomites around, here we go. Antipater died 43 BC. So all the Caesars and the Roman Caesars, Herods, all of them. Hey, man, you're dealing with Edomites, okay? And there's proof in the pudding. The writings, Josephus, all these things, there's proof in the pudding, man. Okay? Too much proof. And the number one proof is the scriptures, what Yahweh Shem Yahushua has said. And secondly, what the world has kept in store, okay? Like the Josephus, the individual wrote the 12 Caesars. There's too much, man. There's too much evidence compiled against you, Esau, Edom. So with that, all praises, all honor, all glory be unto Yahweh. Bahashem Yahushua, Bahashem Rokah Kodash. Double honors to the apostle elders of Great Millstone that rule well. And peace and salutation to all the Akim, doing and pushing this word in all honesty, truth, and sincerity worldwide. And a sincere shalom to the elect. I hope you're edified. Matthew chapter 24 and 13 to you all. Lord willing, to the next time. Wa abad babal.